Sorry. It isn't that you missed a few AA. You just, as far as I'm concerned, never went. And if you did somehow go, and if somehow I didn't believe you, which I don't, you should have started in November again. And now you're telling me you went and you lost your paper, but you didn't have a ride to go after November, which tells me you didn't go before November, after the sentencing, and after I ordered the bond conditions in September. I'll tell you what, we're not going to get along very well, you and me. Don't apologize to me. It's Logan Scott Davis, 25W839 209A. Your name?
Logan Davis.
All right, so what happened is I set a sentencing date. All right, so you have no technical violations, just to recap, Mr. Davis. I sentenced you on November 12th, so it's only been about a little less than 5 months, about 5 months, I suppose. You have on here a variety of different violations. You were in front of me on March the 17th. You pled guilty to failure to pay your fines and costs as ordered, failure to provide proof of completing 24 hours of community service, failing to provide proof of attending AANA twice weekly, and failing to provide proof of attending and completing outpatient treatment. Those are the charges. You pled guilty. Today is the date scheduled for sentence. Wow, you're like bewitched or something. Well, how did you get here already?
All
right, and today's the date scheduled for sentence. You have the right to a lawyer. Either way, I'm going to appoint you one if you want one. Would you like a lawyer? Okay, so you're going to waive your right to a lawyer?
Yes.
Ms. O'Donnell, you're...
Let's go down there.
So this young man, I told him he better complete his community service, be in treatment, and attend what did I say? Again? Did I say again? Looks like I wrote the word again.
Yeah, do you want him back attending AA at least twice a week?
When did he stop going to AA twice a week?
That's why you wanted him to now provide.
Provided proof now?
I'm hoping he has it in his hand right here.
What are you doing, Mr. Davis?
All right, perfect. So this is proof of AA. Is this supposed to be proof of community service? So this is for community service proof. It's not on letterhead.
You gotta get it on letterhead. Who told you to do that? Where'd you do it at?
Jackson Interfaith Community Shelter.
There is a name and a contact number.
Let me see
You
it.
can always call.
Let me see it. Mr. Davis, why? Why?
They didn't have I asked
They don't have any letterhead over there?
no, I got it. So that's what they told me. They just said bring in a sheet of paper.
You know this Terry Branham?
He's the guy that's at the front.
Did you know him before you started there? Why aren't you taking this seriously?
I'm trying my best.
Have you gotten an outpatient treatment?
Yes, John. I've emailed through, I'm sorry, I can send that over to Jessica. I should have, but
Where?
it's in Ewan County. I think it's Ewan County, community health, I believe.
Can I see the screening? I remember you. This was a bad reckless driving, wasn't it?
There wasn't an accident in this case, Your Honor.
Was or wasn't?
There was not an accident in this case.
Oh, somehow this got reduced, huh? Oh, it was a low breathalyzer. Did you start on your GED?
I have not yet, Your Honor.
Why not? You're not taking me very seriously.
I'm trying to take.
This is 5 months ago I told you to do this.
I understand.
We don't have forever for you to be placed on probation. Do you understand?
Yes.
Your lawyer did a good job on this, and he convinced the prosecutor. I think he filed a motion. I don't remember what happened here, but to say you got lucky is an understatement.
I apologize.
Don't apologize. I'm not going to jail if I send it today. You don't have to apologize to me. It's your life. If you want to do this to yourself, I mean, I don't get it. You're laid off.
I'm currently in care.
Where?
I work at Scare Force 5.
How long were you laid off?
I was laid off for a period of, I believe, about 6 months.
So what were you doing then? Were you collecting unemployment? Why weren't you working? I'm serious as a heart attack. You're 23 or Fornan. I mean, you can go through life not working if you want. A lot of people do it. They seem to be able to eat. I don't know how. I really don't, but I
just didn't have a license around, and it just snowballed.
Why didn't you have a license?
Yeah, they're suspended, I believe. But
Your license was suspended as a result of the 2020 conviction. You have a valid license. I know you got suspended after the reckless, but the reckless you took a plea on back on October 29th.
yes, I got laid off in so it was about a period of a month. I thought I was going to do it, but I just didn't want to, there's not all wood for me.
Can you give me some good news on him?
He's showing up for testing. This testing's negative.
Did he do any AA after the offense date, before I ordered him to or told him he was going to have to, after I took the plea on the probation violation on March 17th? So do we have any evidence he did any AA or NA between November and March 17th?
At the core of the hearing, the situation takes a serious turn as it becomes increasingly clear that Logan Scott Davis failed to make use of the opportunity he was given. What was meant to be a second chance to stay out of jail and keep a conviction off his record slowly unraveled due to repeated inaction. The court had laid out clear and achievable conditions: complete community service, attend AA meetings consistently, and finish an outpatient treatment program, but none of these were properly followed through. As the questioning intensifies, Davis struggles to provide convincing answers, relying on excuses like lost paperwork and transportation issues, which only further weaken his position. The atmosphere in the courtroom grows tense as it becomes evident that this isn't just about a few missteps, it reflects a broader pattern of carelessness and lack of commitment. The judge begins to see that despite being given time and flexibility, the defendant did not take meaningful steps to change his situation. This moment becomes the turning point of the hearing, where the focus shifts from giving chances to facing consequences. It highlights a critical reality: opportunities in court come with responsibility, and failing to meet even the basic expectations can quickly lead to serious outcomes.
I don't have any proof on me. Unless we have it and didn't submit it to me, I don't have.
Did you go?
I don't have proof that I did go around.
You did go, but you didn't have it, you didn't have it signed, right?
I have the paper, I lost track of the paper. That's,
Lost track of the paper.
yeah, the original item sheet that I was going originally.
When did you lose the paper?
Leave about November-ish.
November-ish. Well, if you lost the paper in November-ish, why didn't you go between November and March?
Didn't have a way to make it to it. I didn't.
It's getting worse. I'm shocked that you didn't take me seriously. I must have done a poor job. Can you hand this back to him, please? Or back to Jessica? You had a prior impaired. Now this is a reckless driving. This is not good. It isn't only the fact that you had several violations, the 4 violations here. It's that you just didn't take this seriously at all.
You know, I applied with everything, and after I was going to get a license and got going again. I
can't solve your problems for you.
I understand.
You got yourself into this predicament. You don't get to blow off court orders. I don't care if you have to take a bicycle there. I don't care if you have to walk there. I'm sorry. It isn't that you missed a few AA. You just, as far as I'm concerned, never went. And if you did somehow go, and if somehow I didn't believe you, which I don't, you should have started in November again. And now you're telling me you went and you lost your paper, but you didn't have a ride to go after November, which tells me you didn't go before November, after the sentencing, and after I ordered the bond conditions in September. I'll tell you what, we're not going to get along very well, you and me.
I apologize.
Don't apologize to me. You don't have to apologize to me. I just don't like the total lack of compliance here. And that's what we have. You didn't get an outpatient. You didn't do your AA. You didn't do anything. Now you do your community service.
I've done all of that now.
I know you have. I saw it. If that's valid, I want you to confirm that. What do you think?
Again, I think he's, putting things off. He gave me a call, I believe, last week, maybe the week prior, for the number to call to get treatment. Again, that's something he should have done a lot sooner than that. Again, something I told him right after his hearing, he should have done within the next couple of days after that. So that does concern me that he's putting these things off.
You ended up with a revoked license had your lawyer not been able to negotiate this for you. I don't remember how. It was a low breathalyzer, I'll give you that. But this is just not appropriate. I'm sorry. I don't usually do this. You're going to jail today for 6 days. You're going to pay costs of $125. You're going to grow up right now, or you and I are not going to get along. Okay? You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I'll let you set up terms of payment. I don't care if you do it there, wherever you do it. Probation is set up to payment. He's behind. Work with them. If you don't have the money, like I told you, you call the court. Did I not tell you that? Hang on. Did I not tell you if you didn't have the money on a due date to call the court, you'd go on Zoom, I'd give you an extension?
Yes, sir.
And I told you I didn't care how many times we had to do that, right?
Yes, sir.
You're very immature, folks. You got to get them on the right bandwagon. I'm glad and appreciative of the fact that you came here. He's underachieving. He knows that I know what you need to go get a high school diploma or a GED. You need to maintain employment. You need to complete your treatment. And you need to do everything else that I told you in a timely fashion. This is not do it as you feel like it. I wish you well. I'm sorry you made me do this. Good luck.
In the final moments of the hearing, everything comes to a firm and impactful conclusion as Judge McNally delivers a message that goes beyond just sentencing. It's a reality check. The judge makes it clear that the court had already extended a significant amount of patience and leniency, offering Logan Scott Davis a genuine opportunity to avoid a conviction and move forward with a clean slate. However, that opportunity was met with repeated noncompliance, missed responsibilities, and a lack of urgency that ultimately led to this outcome. The sentence of 6 days in jail, along with the financial penalty, reflects not only the violations but also the court's growing frustration with excuses that showed little effort toward real change. Still, the judge doesn't close the door entirely. There's a strong emphasis on what comes next, encouraging Davis to take control of his life, complete his GED, and build stability through consistent work. It's clear that while this moment carries consequences, it also serves as a turning point that could define his future depending on the choices he makes moving forward. As the hearing wraps up, the atmosphere settles, but the message remains powerful and lasting. The justice system can provide chances, guidance, and even second chances, but it cannot force someone to change. That responsibility lies solely with the individual. This ending leaves viewers with a sense of reflection, showing how quickly opportunities can slip away when they are not taken seriously, and how every decision, big or small, can shape the direction of a person's life.